we look at this Browns ball club.
Zach, don't forget now that you got lemonade in the refrigerator.
Which one was it? There's blueberry. There's the other one.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Well, you want to talk about catching the defense off guard. Opening drive, fake punt. They got it.
That had the total feel of something that was scripted during the entire week leading up to the game. They made that decision probably on Tuesday. First drive of the game, if we don't get it, we're going to fake it, and it pays off in a big way.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Larry Ogunjobi busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 2. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Open man has got it. It's complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now that put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery, so you've got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A gain of 3, second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Powerful running, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. 5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly... And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Todd Gurley becoming just the second. So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, touchdown number 22 on the season. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. So out come the Bucs now. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, Jabril Peppers. Leaves him behind on the spin. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Mahomes, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bucs on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, you know he can be explosive. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the third quarter. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. The last touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries, 76 yards. And the Bucs offense. NFL scoreboard. They are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Matt Ryan with 1 touchdown pass thus far. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's caught. Humphries. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
One more there and another first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Gurley again here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by him.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Offense respond. Their defense just gave up the touchdown. Now it's their opportunity. 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Elsewhere in the NFL. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Mahomes going to throw it here. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And his kick is indeed good. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Tampa Bay, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they will try to turn it around.
Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know. Tell a hater get up out my face. Yeah, I've been ballin' since like yesterday. Yeah, all this money all up in the way. All this money in the way. You know that I'm walking with the bank. Water diamond on my ring. You know that I'm rockin' feel the blue. You know that, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know. Yeah, you cannot see me, the windows is tinted. Yeah, driving around right in that Bentley. Hey, you driving around right in that Bentley. Hey, but your shit, it should be rented. Yeah, but that is none of my business. Money won't stop me, go straight to the top. Believe it or not, just like Hennessy. Yeah, she know I'm a rock star. Looking at my chain, on my diamonds rock hard. Turned the way up, I ain't getting tired. And if you wanna race, then we gonna ride. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw, it's Mahomes being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. He gets it to Humphreys. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there of 22.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, ended up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So second quarter, this offense losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Todd Gurley ties LT with his 30. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Interception. This offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. So out come the Bucs now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them. Every time he's dropped, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. On the toss, it's Gurley. And some space here. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season. But it's... This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. Mahomes going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And now running right through it. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here. I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only give up a first down.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle to Evans. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Over.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. A swing pass caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. On 1st down, it's Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's Gurley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Time for a break. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds Humphries. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
To throw is Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Gets through, and now an opening. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Todd Gurley, 47 yards. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go now.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Mahomes now on the sneak. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
Were we surprised a little bit? 2nd and 1, they went quarterback sneak. I know it works, so it's not like I'm second-guessing it all, but I thought they might go with something else there.
No, I'm sitting here trying to think the last time I saw a 2nd 1 sneak. I can't remember any.
Yeah, it's a rare call because normally you're going to go ahead and use your back if you're going to run it or if you want to throw it, a little quick pop there. But in this case, just get in behind those big guys and pick up a first down.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on them.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip. Word upon your lip, lip. Rather that you rip, rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. 'cause I'm not born to run, not born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse, pull me like a ripcord, break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip, word upon your lip, lip, rather that you rip, rip, break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes, 'cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll set up to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now a handoff for Gurley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First and 10. Here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. So out come the Bucs now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
He'll drop to throw. They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a big 32-yard play on third.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver, that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't...
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Now Mahomes. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. The NFL second quarter in Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. Devontae Freeman, a first-half touchdown. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, wrong pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend there?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to Talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They try right side here. Gurley. And some room to work. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Mahomes to throw on second down. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. So here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Beckham, the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, and really pouring it on now with the Falcons. Matt Ryan hovering around 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdown throws as well. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Todd Gurley, 75 yards. This offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Gurley. Oh, he pulls over it. And he's brought down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with one. Left as they call the timeout defensively. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Gurley. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They run. It's Gurley. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on fourth down?
His kick here is good. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Buccaneers,
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though, ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this, and born like this, immaculate conception. I transform like this, perform like this, which y'all shoot a new weapon. I don't contemplate, I meditate, then off your head. This that put the kids to bed. This that I got realness. I just killed this cause it's in my DNA. I got millions, I got riches building in my DNA. I got dark, I got evil that rot inside my DNA. I got off, I got trouble, some heart inside my DNA. I just win again, then win again like Wimbledon I serve. Yeah, that's him again, the sound that engine in is like a bird. You see fireworks and Corvette tires skirt the boulevard. I know how you work, I know just who you are. See, use it. Your hormones probably switch inside your DNA. Problem is, all that inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch, heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist, born on side a jellyfish I gauge. See my pedigree, most definitely don't tolerate the front. Like been through, probably offend you, this is Paula's oldest son. I know conviction, burners, boosters, ballers, dead, redemption, scholars, fathers, kids and I wish I was fed. Forgiveness, yeah. Soldier's DNA, born inside the beast. My expertise checked out in second grade. When I was 9, on sale motel, we didn't have nowhere to stay. At 29, I've done so well, hit cartwheel in my estate. And I'm gon' shine like I'm supposed to, antisocial extrovert. And excellent meaning extra work. And absentness, you hurt. And passiveness never struck my nerve. And that's a riff gonna be this case. The reason my power's here on earth. Salute the truth and the prophecy. I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA.
This is why I say that hip-hop has done more damage to young African Americans than racism in recent years.
I never bet my DNA. This is my heritage, all I'm inheriting. Money and power, the maker emeritus. Tell me something, you can't tell me nothing. I'd rather than to listen to you. My DNA not for imitation, your DNA an abomination. This how it is when you in the matrix, dodging bullets, reaping what you're sowing, stacking up the footage, living on the go and sleeping in the villa, sipping from a Grammy, walking in the building, diamond in the ceiling, marble on the floors, beaches out the window, peeking out the window, baby in the pool, Godfather goes, only Lord knows, I've been going hammer, dodging paparazzi, through the cameras, eating $4, Brock wearing sandals, yoga on the Monday, stretching till November, watching all the snakes, curving all the fakes, phone never own, I don't conversate, I don't compromise, I just penetrate, money, these are the breaks, these are other times, level number 9. Look up in the sky, tennis on the way, sentence on the way, on the way. I got winners on the way. You ain't without a on your belt. You ain't without a ticket on your plate. You ain't sick enough to put it on yourself. You ain't rich enough to hit the ladder skate. Tell me when destruction gonna be my fate. Gonna be a fate, gonna be a fate. Peace to the world, let it rotate. Money, DNA. Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass.